What is up, Low Voltage Nation? We've got Tom Livolsi, the founder and president of CTS. They do structured cabling and security systems based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Super pumped, so let's get after it. All right, so we got Tom Livolsi on the show today. He works for a company called CTS out of Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where I grew up, so I'm really excited for him to be on the show today. And we met on Instagram. Actually, one of his employees that's doing a fantastic job at the Instagram account and all the social media. She reached out to me and said, "Hey, I want you to get Tom, the president of the company, on, and let's go from there." So, Tom, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day. I know you're super busy and getting on the show. And I want to jump right in. I want you to give me a quick history as to how you got started. You know, go way back, like how you got into technology and how you got involved with CTS.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate that. I started in this industry as what could go down as the worst technician of all times.
Yep.
I was just awful, god awful. I was like, I still have my first paycheck. I made $8 an hour. Never cashed it, but yeah, just started as a technician and really enjoyed the industry. Always enjoyed communicating with people, and so I worked my way up from technician to estimator. Had my RCDD for a while, and I slacked, but let that expire. But then got into business development. Just kept doing that and growing the businesses that I was with. And about 5 years ago, decided to take the plunge and start my own thing, and here we are. Now my hair is starting to thin out and turn different colors.
Oh no!
It's good stuff. I wish I would have done.
How long have you been with CTS as the president?
I started the company. This is year 5, so since day one, this was my creation here.
Yep. And you've always, have you grown up in like North Carolina? Is that where you're from? And that's where the company's from?
I was born in New York, but just like everybody who lives here, I moved here when I was in 2nd grade, so I pretty much say that I'm from here.
Yeah. What's going on in Raleigh these days? I know that, Research Triangle Park is big. Like I know just a couple things. I know NC State, and then I know Red Hat Linux, and that's about it out of Raleigh. Like, is it growing fast, or what's going on in Raleigh?
It's booming. It really is. This is the largest growth I've ever seen, in my entire career. There's new companies moving here all the time. I think I'm glad you mentioned NC State. They're obviously the best university here around this area. There's a couple other smaller, less notable, ugly ones down the road, but between State, Duke, and Carolina, there's a pretty big talent pool. A lot of engineering, a lot of tech, a lot of pharma. Red Hat's another one that planted their flag here. We were fortunate enough to be involved with them. But yeah, I think the cost of living here is still really good. I think it's just a beautiful area, a great place to raise a family. People are moving here all the time.
Yeah, it's I grew up in Greensboro, North Carolina, and so I'm very familiar with the area. It's a beautiful part of the country, and you said you were involved with some of the Red Hat stuff over at RTP.
Yeah, downtown Raleigh. Yep, we sure were. We still do work for them now. Great group.
Yeah, and did they get bought out by IBM for like a really large amount of money?
Yeah, pretty significant amount of money. I'd be all right if I woke up and found that in my bank account. Yeah, they did get bought, but we really haven't seen any type of impact yet anyway.
Right. So I'm looking at your Instagram account right now. I'm actually pretty excited because you've got somebody on staff that's really taking it seriously. And you had mentioned that, there's, some leads that may have come from the social media efforts. And I really like what she's doing over there. Have you been involved in any? Yeah, have you been involved in any of the content creation and kind of seeing how things go?
I have not been involved in the content creation. All I bring to the table is she'll ask me for some pictures. So whenever, like on the weekends, if NC State has a home game, CTS is the sponsor of the Wolfpack, and so we get our logos up on the scoreboard after touchdowns and all that stuff. So I'll try to take pictures of that. But man, she is absolutely killing it. she has done a really, really good job. We've definitely gotten some leads and some business out of the social media efforts that she's put in. And this is just in a relatively short period of time. You know, we haven't really focused on social media until, just a few months ago.
Yeah, it looks like you guys do a lot of structured cabling. I'm seeing some access control stuff, some Mercury panels. What is your bread and butter at CTS? Well, what do you guys do mostly?
Yeah, so we want to be kind of the one throat to choke, kind of the quarterback for all technology. So voice and data cabling, audio visual, access control, security. We started to do a lot of DAS, distributed antenna, cellular. Some small network things for smaller clients that don't have any super complicated network requirements. But anything low voltage, we want to have the ability to do it in house.
Yep. So we talked about in the pregame. The question is, what is your low voltage superpower? But you're the president of the company, and you mentioned that you're really more on the biz dev side. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I've always historically been the guy to bring the bagels and donuts to a construction site.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy going out and kind of reaping the benefits of our work and kind of evangelizing for CTS. That's kind of what my bread and butter has always been.
Cool. Yeah. So your fleet of trucks, I'm looking at your website right now, and I got it on the screen on the video, and looks like you got some pretty clean cut, good looking trucks, good colors. How many trucks and vans do you guys have?
My jaw kind of hit the ground the other day when Alan, my business partner, mentioned that we now have 18 vehicles. We have offices in Raleigh and Charlotte, and between them we have 18 vehicles. So it's gave me a little bit of anxiety, but I guess that's what you want.
Why did it give you anxiety?
I didn't realize, we've grown very fast. In 5 years. Year one, to be honest with you, was nothing. I was working out of a garage and had one technician that was helping me do stuff. And then, just in the past, 3 years, basically, we have had triple-digit growth every year, and
it's crazy, man.
Like, it is crazy. It's crazy. It's good. It's good. It comes with its own set of stressors, though.
Yeah, and it looks like you got a pretty clean cut, looking website. You really take pride in your work. As in regards to your social media pictures. I'm assuming that's like a really big driver of your success and how you've been able to scale is actually doing like high quality of work and keeping those trucks nice and shiny. Is that a fair statement?
That is absolutely correct. I think that's a very fair statement. Very fair. We do pride ourselves, honestly. There's one of the coolest things I tell people is, since we started the company and since we grew, we've only had 5 people leave. Now we're up to 75, 76.
Yeah.
And as working in this industry, some folks they'll leave for 50 cents an hour. The loyalty usually isn't as strong in this industry as some others, but we've had a lot of success retaining our employees, and
that's good.
With that, we have some company standards that we hold them to, so our quality of work has to meet a certain level. So, and that just gets us more business, honestly. When people see pictures like that on social media. And some of the IT directors are wondering why their infrastructure doesn't look like that. It kind of sells itself.
Yeah, that's the thing about Instagram is that we like to showcase our work, but then at the same time, it shows a lot of people, they'll take before and after pictures. I try to steer away from that, but because I don't want to like throw somebody else under the bus. Got to be real sensitive about that. But you just got to be careful because if you don't do a good job, somebody's going to come in after you and take a picture and post it on Instagram. So,
yep, that's exactly right.
It's one of the reasons why I started Low Voltage Nation was to kind of level up and do self-governing and quality control for some of the technicians is to try and, hey man, like this is what people are doing in the field. We got to step our game up too.
Absolutely. I think it's great. I checked it out when Lauren told me about it, and I was like, is really cool, because like I said, there's a big network of folks that they enjoy seeing really well-dressed cabling and
Oh yeah.
good installs.
Yeah, I don't know if you follow the Instagram account CBS Tech New York, but they got some really. It's like they're the CBS technology department. They got some really intense cable management stuff. You need to check out that account.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah. So there's a story we were talking about, and I think it was South Carolina, and it was when you were making $8 an hour, and then you were wearing some boots that you shouldn't have been wearing in the field. Tell me about that story and what went down on that.
Yeah, that was a tough lesson to learn. We were working in a plant, and we were doing like a phone system cutover. And like I said, I admit it, I was a terrible technician, like the worst. I tried hard though, But anyway, so I'm walking around this plant, and everyone, all the other folks that I'm working with are telling me like, man, those don't look like work boots. And they weren't. They were like these wallaby, preppy little whatever. I don't even know. But I am walking around this plant for hours upon hours, and I get lost. And this plant is just massive. I get lost, and I'm just finally, like, all of a sudden, my feet start hurting and hurting and hurting. I go to take my shoes off. My feet are so swollen. I had to get my snips from another one of the techs that was working there to cut my boots off, man. Oh, terrible.
That's you gotta
terrible. Yeah, I never heard the end of that one.
You got to be careful, man. Safety first, and get the right equipment and shoes. It's so important.
Yeah, no doubt. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. I still hear about that. Now the guy who cut the boots off my feet is now running my AV division. So he loves to tell everybody that story all the time.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm looking at a picture. Alan Logan, the vice president and partner. He's got a shark. He's in a scuba gear. There's a shark above him. It's on the website. I think it's hilarious.
I don't know what's wrong with that guy. Honestly, he's a weird dude when it comes to that. No, he loves that stuff. He shows me pictures of all the dives that he does, and I'm telling him like, look, man, I need you. If I don't have you, I'm running this business right into the ground. And I'm just kidding, but yeah, he definitely enjoys the more risky things than I do. Like we went to the Bahamas once, and I thought I lost him. He was busy petting sharks under the water, but that's him.
Yeah, I like Alan. I don't know him, but I like the picture. He's got his MBA. He's BIC CR CCD certified. I like it. Cool deal.
Yeah, he's definitely the backbone. He's the one that makes everything go. He's the one that delivers all the BS that I promise.
Yep. That's funny. Cool. So I like the question, the micro, middle, macro. So we talked about this, and it's the 5 days, 5 months, and 5 years. What is on the roadmap for you, Tom?
Oh man, 5 days. Let's see. Taking some clients to the BMW driving experience. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going down there tomorrow, and
nice.
Hopefully I don't do anything that will prevent me from seeing the 5 month or 5 year goal. But 5 months, plan on Alan and I are going to do our planning trip for 2020. So we'll probably go do some fishing, maybe take a little bit of vacation. Haven't really been able to do that much this year. 5 years, we plan on opening 2 more offices, one in Charleston, South Carolina, one in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Might need to adjust some time sooner or later, but that's the plan.
Yeah. So why Nashville? Obviously, I'm in Nashville, but why did you choose that city?
Well, man, I'm just doing whatever I got to do to bring you on board. You're like a celebrity. I need to open an office to land the big fish. So be it. Nashville. I've always been a big fan of Nashville. I go to a lot of concerts there.
Cool,
and
man.
Every time I've been there, I just see these cranes all over the sky. It just looks like a very healthy market. And I think with the way that we go to market and kind of the type of relationships we have and the work that we put out, I think it would be a good fit for us.
Yeah. Did you see that post? It was about 6 posts back on my account. I posted, I said, uh, nearly every block downtown for a 3-mile radius. If you don't have a job in Nashville, you don't want to work. Also, check out the crane watch map. So there's a crane watch map that someone put together, and there's like over 180 some cranes in like a 3 or 4 mile radius, which
That's nuts.
I find hard to believe. But when I walk downtown, because I live downtown, when I walk downtown, there's cranes everywhere, and it provides me with a tremendous amount of work for my full-time job and also tremendous amount of content for Low Voltage Nation. So it's a great place
Oh,
to
yeah,
be.
absolutely. It is, man. And honestly, Raleigh is. I feel like that's where Raleigh is now. Raleigh is experiencing a very high rate of growth right now. There's cranes everywhere, up and down
Yeah.
I-40 downtown. So
That's what you're telling me. I spent some time in Raleigh and just living in, around the area. But it's nothing like Nashville. Nashville is Music City, man. We got some character. I love it here.
no doubt, Raleigh still needs to find its identity when it comes to that.
Yeah. Same with Charlotte. I don't understand what I love Charlotte, well, to a certain extent, but like it's the Queen City, and I don't even know what that means.
I really don't either, to be honest with you. All I know is Charlotte, the traffic is awful. But they do have a lot more to do there. The Panthers and professional basketball. They got a really cool baseball stadium downtown. Carowinds. They've got a lot of entertainment things to do. But yeah, we'll see. We opened up a Charlotte office this year, and it's starting to ramp up. So
cool.
See how that goes.
Cool, man. Good stuff. Challenge and solution. What is a top of mind challenge that you're facing, and what is your proposed solution for the challenge?
Top of mind challenge. I think
you mentioned employee retention was kind of like, a challenge for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a challenge in general for us. We've been very fortunate in that, we really do care about our employees. And like I said, we've only had 5 people leave the company, and the 76 that have started. And that's a problem. There's people on the technician side that will jump from company to company for 50 cents an hour, and I think that we've done a really good job of through social media, giving everybody shout outs, and obviously paying what they're actually worth, and putting incentive programs together. I think that we've done a pretty good job of creating a very steady and consistent workforce.
That's good, man. Yeah, the thing is with technicians, I don't understand what that 50 cents an hour is going to. That's not going to be a life-changing event, and it might be a worse situation. So money is absolutely not everything.
No, I agree. I mean, it's about, are you going to have somewhere to work next week? And what kind of environment are you working in? What kind of projects are you working in? Are you growing? Are you being trained? Or are you just viewed as a set of hands? And we've tried to establish with our folks that there's going to be opportunities to grow inside. And that is another way to incentivize them.
Cool. What's your everyday carry? What do you need to get the job done?
Everyday carry. Well, my cell phone, obviously, that's probably number one. I feel lost without it. Sad, I know, but outside of the electronics, the personal electronics, cell phone, laptop, just a pack of chewing gum, man. Just something while I'm driving down the road, dealing with a client yelling at me for something, or dealing with some personal issues. That's another thing, another hat that I've had to be forced to wear. Is I've become like Dr. Phil. And of course, everyone wants to call me, and I'm part of the, having the employees and the teammates. I want them to. I want them to be able to communicate about anything. But man, that pack of gum, I will burn through it. And my jaw will be sore. Other than that, that's it, man. Just the truck.
Yeah. What kind of phone do you have? Are you an Apple or an Android guy?
I am an Apple guy. Yeah, I was on Android for a while. I don't know. I really, there's no rhyme or reason, to be honest with you.
Cool. What productivity tools are you guys using for like keeping track of stuff, like the project management side of stuff? Do you guys use anything?
Yeah, so funny you say that. We're right about on the 1 yard line, 99% done rolling out Tiger Paw, which it's a kind of a CRM all-in-one type tool, project management, kind of can do everything through it. But it's been a little bit of a process getting it implemented and rolled out, but so far it looks like it's going to be pretty valuable to us.
What made you choose Tiger Paw, and were you looking at other software?
Alan's the one who kind of vetted all the different softwares.
I got you. Okay.
I've seen a bunch of them throughout the years. Being in construction, people use different construction management and project management softwares, and Tiger Paw, when Alan vetted them, I take his word at everything, and he said, this is the one. I said, all right, well, let's do it.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I was actually tasked with vetting Tiger Paw and doing a data conversion with that. I kind of was cracking a joke because the guy who wanted to get the software in, he likes to eat a lot. So it's codenamed Bear Claw. That's like the internal name for the implementation team, codenamed Bear Claw. So just thought I'd throw that out there, but we'll see. Well, I hope the Tiger Paw works out for you. I might be touching base and seeing if it does, to see if that's the route we need to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, it looks like a pretty powerful tool.
Yep, that's what I hear. Cool, man. Well, where can we find your stuff? Obviously, you are on Instagram. I think you're on Facebook. You're on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
What's like the best way to, learn more about your company, and if anybody's interested in using your services, what's the best way to go?
I think the website. I think they did a good job of building that website out. I think
they did.
That's usually where I point people to, and then our Instagram. I'm really digging our Instagram. Honestly, I think Lauren, man, she cracks me up. Some of the stuff that she puts in there it's funny. It's like I find myself looking forward to when I see that little CTS icon. I'm like, oh, I click on it. But yeah, I'd say the website or any of our, LinkedIn, social media, any of that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I'm really digging the Instagram account. You guys are doing a great job. Laura's doing a great job. So give a shout out to her. And so Tom, I really appreciate you coming on. This is actually really insightful, hearing about what you guys do over there and how you're expanding and how you're using some productivity tools and what you guys do, on the security side, structured cabling. So man, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and we'll be in touch soon and tell Laura I said what's up. Okay.
I sure will. Thank you very much for having us on, and I think this is it's really cool what you're doing, man. So keep it up.
Yep. We'll talk soon, man. Take care.
Talk to you, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.